Okay. Right, everything's fixed. Hi everyone. Hope you're all well. I thought today I would do a stream all about making levels for Team Fortress 2 and stuff like that. Angels are crazy. He's messaging me. I've got my chat room open so that we can check stuff and do stuff together. It sounded really wrong. So you can see a couple of stuff. I'm just getting some stuff to prepare myself with. So I'll be checking continuously the actual questions and stuff like that you guys and gals might have. And yeah, so hopefully we can have some fun. Just going to wait for a couple of people. I'll ask my pal Angels are crazy to promote the video a little bit. I could actually hear myself, which is kind of funny. So he's not helping, as per usual. I get him stuff, and this is how he treats me. So I'll say, I'll go straight to the Tag Gamer group and announce it again. Everyone's gonna see this, and it's gonna be absolutely hilarious. So the objective today is basically because a lot of people want to know how to actually make content for Garry's Mod in terms of mods and stuff like that, or for Team Fortress 2, or for Counter-Strike Go, or for any other source-based game. And actually, it sounds really complicated, but it actually is very, very easy to do. Now, the first mistake many people do is they tend to go, if we go to my library here, what they like to do is they like to go to software, software. They tend to go to tools, and they tend to download the source SDK and stuff like that. You don't need to. This is an error. Well, it's not an error, but it's like, don't worry about that. If you have any sort of Valve game, you should easily be able to find this. To find Hammer, it's already installed within the actual directory. So if you go to your actual hard drive, go to Program Files. I think this is my one. No, this is the other one. Go to Program Files. Go to Steam Library, Steam Apps. Then go to Common. And, well, we're going to take Garry's Mod. They all work exactly the same. All the simple hammer tool. And go to Bin. In Bin, you'll be able to find the hammer tool, which is here. If you double-click it, it turns on. I'm going to close this. Look at that, Hammer World Editor. And then we click New. And voila, you have this four-dimensional trigger. Now, if you've never opened it before, it opens in a little mini window. I suggest you just expand it immediately. To show you what I have created, I created this map for Team Fortress 2. As you can see, they're all errors because it's based completely for Team Fortress 2. But in Team Fortress 2, you see the textures and all kinds of stuff. But we're not worrying about that. We're worrying about the new project that we're creating. And I'm just waiting if there's any more people would like to check some of the stuff out. I know TFA definitely wants to check this one out. There seems to be a little bit of a delay with some of the talking and stuff like that, so I do apologize. I'll check this one out. Okay. There seems to be a little bit of a delay. All right, so it looks like looks like everything's sort of set, so we can actually start making stuff. So I'm just going to wait for one more minute so that we get at least one more person in, so I can explain it. I know TFA is going to look at this, so hopefully it'll go well. Anyway, so I'll ignore what you're seeing right now. So we're going to open up Hammer. We got TFA on. He's sort of the most important one because I know he wants to learn this type of stuff. Alright, so good luck to everyone else. This will be past broadcasted, so you can check it again for anyone else. And if you want me to upload it onto Tag Gamer, I'll do it as well. So, where to start? As you can see, you got 3 grid panels, and you got this panel here. Now, this is actually the world panel. So what happens is you can it's like a big infinite world, and you can just zoom around it and stuff like that. Self-standard. What the most important ones are actually here, and it's pretty easy to use because they're just grids. And what we're going to first do is we're going to make a simple little map. With just to make some building blocks and stuff like that. There will be some retracing when it comes to triggers. You know, open up doors and stuff like that. I do need to go back to the Valve Developer editor here to sort of check how how some of the editors work. Like for instance, if I type Hammer Garry's Mod Trigger, it's pretty easy. Requires no script writing whatsoever. This is probably the wrong one to look at this point. Stein here always likes to say, "Oh, Willem, when are you streaming?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm streaming now." So yeah, so without further ado, let us actually begin. We're just gonna make a simple world with some entities that you can use that are standard already in Garry's Mod. I hope we're in Garry's Mod. I'm hoping at least. Yes, we are. Sorry, I should have known. So you have all these tools here. This is the selection tool, the magnifying tool, which I never use, the camera tool, again, which I don't use, the entity tool, the block tool, the texturing tool, another texturing tool, a little paint tool, or it's a decal tool as they like to call it. Overlays, we're not going to worry about that now, and clipping. And also we got a vertex tool, which we're not going to do, but we'll maybe check it out later. There are other ways we can actually make stuff without using this. I tend to not use the vertex tool. You can use it. It is a cool tool, but anyway. So we're going to focus on this tool now called the block tool. And we're going to make a simple platform here. And we can make it however shape or form we want to make it. And as you can see now, there's 2 different lines that are appearing here. If we zoom around, it's still like white. And if we press enter, we actually now created that actual tool. Now, what we need to do, there's a bit of an issue. We can't see any textures, so we can't see any of the textures we want to create. So what we do is we go to 3D Texture, and we will be able to see it, but the problem is we haven't applied any textures. So, this is what you need to do. Say we're going to make a grassy world. We go and click this button here. We go to Browse, and I'm just going to type in grass. I think I'm in the wrong filter here, but it doesn't matter. Actually, it's perfect. And we're going to choose this grass. Double-click, apply. Boom, done. We got grass. Perfectamundo. So now we got grass, which is great. Now, we're not going to worry about a skybox yet, because the actual skybox is is actually really easy to make, but I want to wait till the very end because I just want to explain how we can make some more objects. So we got some grass here, but I don't particularly like it. I don't like that it's just one grass. I want to make my own little, I want to make my own little, not sandbox, but I want to create like a little bit of a construct, like the simple construct map. So have something in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another object. We're going to do this. Now, as you can see, it's leveled exactly level with the actual platform we made, and we don't want it there, otherwise it makes no sense. So we're going to move this up. It's as simple as this. Drag this up. Press enter. Now wait a minute, how do we change texture? What we do is again click this here, and I'm going to go for concrete, and I'm going to use a concrete texture. So I'm going to use this one here, because that looks kind of cool, but I don't want the top part here to be also concrete. So this is what you need to do. Go to treat as one, and then select that, browse, and then we're going to use this concrete here. Double click, apply, boom, done. That is it. That is how you make, that's how you apply textures. Looks really basic now, but this is really the basics of how to use Hammer. Okay, so we have a, nice little concrete block in here, but we don't have a place for the player to spawn. This is where we're going to learn about entities. So what we do is we just spawn it, we just click this, and the entity tool, press something there, and we don't actually have to press enter. Here is our, this is what you should be seeing. Now, there is a difference if using TF2, there's a different type of entity look to it, but generally speaking, it's exactly the same, and we can move the entity anywhere we want. So I'm going to move mine here. So that's really cool. I will teach you later how to check all of this out on your own once I start working with OBS. But right now, I just want to show you what it looks. So this is how big our character is comparison to the world. It's a small world after all. Terrible pun. But right now, it's just a basic spawn. So we're going to add a couple more spawn points so that, say I have a friend, which I technically don't. I know one person's going to be laughing about that. Jesper, I know that's you. And we basically copy this and we just paste it. It's as simple as that. You really can't go wrong. But be careful, because they immediately will be spawning underneath. It looks really ridiculous right now, but actually, it's not ridiculous at all. But you need to select these ones, and if you want to select multiple, you press Control. I'm going to separate them manually. And that's it. So now we got 4 people can now spawn there. So right now there's a fly in my room and it's being irritating. Just checking your comments at the same time. Good to know that Stein wants to use this now. Okay, so we now have these spawns, but it looks pretty boring, and I want to add some props into this world. Never fear. We use the entity tool, we press enter. We click again, and we go back to the selection tool, and we double click. Now this is where things start to get a little complicated, so I'm going to go very slowly to explain it. This is called the class file, and it allows you to select all kind. You could change this entity from not just a basic spawn point, but you can change it to anything you want. Now we want to add a prop here, so what we're going to do, it already chose it for us, we're going to select prop static, click apply, and now we have no prop here. You can also type in prop underscore static as well. Now, again, we don't have anything really to show here. Like, this is just an empty little red brick. If you want further proof, we can zoom in. It does absolutely nothing. What we're going to do is we're going to then go to World Model, double-click. Now, for some people, it will not work at first. You just need to double-click it again, and all will go well. And what we're going to do is we're going to type in a car or something like that under here. And we can use all mod. And what you should do is you should select. I would select Garry's Mod just in case, because then you can use typical Garry's Mod props. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm also going to, but there's no car ones there, so I don't know. I'm going to check house. I don't know. Need to look through some stuff. Buttons, camera, hover bowl. I don't want any of these basic stuff because it looks pretty boring. I don't want a hot dog, maybe for props later. These are women that you can put into the game. Okay, I'm going to use this concrete pipe here. I'm going to press OK, click apply, done. We got a concrete pillar. This looks really cool, and I want to now like move it around, and I can simply just do that anywhere I want. So for now, I'm just going to put a pillar here. Copy, paste it, done. Easy. Then copy, paste it, copy, paste it. Now, like I said, we have to be careful because they're now sticking from the bottom. There goes my phone. I want to move this above, as we can see here. They started from the bottom, now they my mother is actually talking to me as we speak. Always wondering what I'm doing. So now we got these pillars, so that's cool. So we got some cool pillars. They're a little bit not aligned, which is I don't like. As Jesper likes to say, Kappa. Darn Kappa. I hate Kappa. I don't hate it, it's just darn Jesper can't stop talking about Kappa. I'm gonna move this one here. Okay, so so we got the pillars. This is cool, so we can also use it to throw objects in here. It's prop static, so that means you can't run into it. So right now, what we want to do is I want the player now to go above here, like to go stand here just for fun. Now this is actually pretty easy to do. What we're going to do is we're going to go again to prop static. Sorry, we're going to create an entity, type in prop static. Now remember, always apply. This is really important. And then type in stairs, if there are even stairs. Oh, there is. That's good. Stair. So we got a couple of stairs. These look really simple, though. Click apply. Now, there's a bit of a problem here with these stairs, because one, they're very small, and two, they're rotated the wrong way around. Not to panic, though, because this is a simple fix. Now, I'm zooming here, and what you need to do is you need to click it once, and you'll get these little circles going around. And simply, all you gotta do is rotate it like this. Done. Stairs are completed already. It's as easy as that. You can't go wrong, really, there. So I'm just going to position this now. Now, here's another issue we got, which is that the stairs, if I want to move it, they're snapping towards the actual axis of the grid. You need not worry. What we're first going to do before that is we're going to create an actual staircase. So we're going to make them. We're going to make another one on top of this. So we're going to copy this and then paste it above. And again, we got an issue because it's just snapping to the grid. So now I'm going to teach you something which some people forget to teach you, which is to actually align it properly. So what you got to do is you got to do, I think it's Control W, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's Shift W. I always mess this up. And now we disabled snapping. Just to be sure. And then I'm just going to move this here. And look at that, we've got stairs. Woo! But again, this is too high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the height. I'm going to zoom in a bit more because then you get a little bit more accuracy. This should be okay, actually. And we're just going to move this in the middle. Now, for some reason, I'm having this issue all day, but these are duplicating a lot. I don't know what the issue is, but it shouldn't hopefully be an issue for you guys and girls who are watching. So I'm just going to check on your progress to see what you guys are doing. So apparently there's audio issues, so I'm just going to bring it a bit forward. I hope you can hear me now a little bit better. Looks like TFA left. That's great. Good to see he's covered me up here. So, okay, so we got stairs. That's cool. I'm going to align it a bit better because I want to see the stairs actually close in. So now what I want to do is I want to create railings, you know, because it's a nice little decoration. So put in another entity, double click, prop static, done. Apply world model. So let's see what Garry's Mod has to offer. Railing. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to click all mods because I'm going to use a lot of custom mods. Let's see what happens. So you can see level is here to basically tell me about the new mod Spotlight, which we'll get to later. I want to see how big this is before I do anything, because then I'll teach you about rotation, hopefully. Alright. Press OK. Let's see what this one looks like. Too big. I'll discuss this later. Looks like we're having some fun with a certain modder. I'm not going to keep it too long because I know a lot of you guys and girls probably want to do some other stuff. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable the snapping. I'm going to enable snapping again. And I'm going to disable it now because why not? So now we're going to talk about rotation again, and as you can see I want to align it, so again I just double click, and I could do this with props now, which is good. But I want to rotate it now in an actual angle because right now it's not really doing that. So again I click here at this window, boom, and boom. Now we got some sort of railing. It looks awful, but we're going to align it a little better. So yeah, we now have railing for our own little staircase. It looks, again, it looks absolutely dreadful at this point, but it's honestly not too difficult either. Let's see how this continues to progress. Again, just checking out on you guys. So we're going to make a duplication. Now we've got to be a little bit careful here because now we're duplicating another entity that's molded somewhere else. And is rotated in the other direction. We do not know what this entity is going to look like in the other direction. And as you can see, there's a bit of an issue already. We've got the fact that this prop is in the wrong direction. Stupid flies. One thing about living in weird places, you are bound to encounter annoying flies that shouldn't be there. So that's always encouraging. I'm going to align it a little bit lower to the ground. See what happens if I do this. Okay, so we now got stairs. They are the worst stairs ever made, and there are better props stairs you could use. But for now, it teaches you a little bit of the basics of it. So now we're going to actually create a sandbox. Sorry, sandbox. We're going to create a skybox. And this is a very simple skybox. So what we're going to do is first I got to teach you how to make it, which is that they're based on blocks. So if we just create a block here, wait, gonna enable snapping for this, otherwise you're really into deep water. Going to make a big one, I guess, here. Let's enter. Go to selection tool. Make sure you always go back to the selection tool, otherwise you're doomed. I'm going to make this longer, make it huge. So, you know, we want to make it a big world. What I'm also going to do is I'm also going to make the grass a little bigger. So right now I'm going to select this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it this big. Actually, I gotta even this out, so I'm gonna go one block here, one block here, one block here, one block here. So now we got this big big old block, and I'm going to make a skybox here. It's textured as a green, like grass right now. We're going to change this. So what we need to do is we need to go to textures. This is literally how easy it is. Go here, type in sky. Ignore all these other skyboxes here. What we want to do is we have a choice between skybox 2D and 3D. For fun, we're going to do 3D. Double click, apply, and now we get these big blue boxes right here. So we did this, but now we want to literally, and this is literally how you make a skybox. Now we want to cover all these other edges, otherwise we're going to see our own textures of the ground. So we go to we copy and then we paste it in the right order. Up here. Rotate it properly. I am doing this because I'm merely very lazy at doing some of this stuff. But that's just me. I always love to reference this, and I love that's the one thing I like about the Hammer engine is actually really easy to use. Anyone can use this. Even your mother could use this if she wanted to. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create another skybox using the block tool because I don't want to copy and paste everything and rotate it, and I want it perfect. And we just want to fill this hole here. Zoom it out. Press enter. I'm going to raise it above a little bit. And there you have it. So now we have officially created our magnum opus. We've actually created our own world. So we want to go test this out, and now this is I want to check if this actually works at this point. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to tell you how you can go test this map and see if it actually works. You first save it. So we're going to call this Twitch _hammer _map. Let me see if there's any questions at this point. Where are you? Oh. Someone is there. For some reason my screen is acting strange at this point. That's because I need to go back to monitor capture. So hopefully this works. Just want to be sure. I want to check. Hope something. I hope he's still watching this. It should be working. I know there's a delay, but it should be working. There we go. It's back to normal. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to how you can test this map. So again, make sure you got your spawn points. This is the most important, otherwise this is not going to work. So literally all you have to do is press run map here. Now I'm not going to do that yet. I'm actually going to stop the stream briefly so we can, well, I'm going to leave the stream and see what happens. You literally press this. This stuff for now, don't worry about it. Press OK. And now I'm going to Garry's Mod and we'll see what happens. Hopefully this works. Again, I'm going to check myself. At least I hope. I hope you guys can still hear me at this point. I'm really hoping this will work. Now, it does take a long time to load because it's obviously going to load your assets, and this is a new map for Gmod, so hopefully this will work. All kinds of stuff are downloading. So my map is working, but I want to see if it actually works for you guys, so I want to see if it's actually streaming right now. Can't really tell. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back, check. All right, it was working. Good. Okay. It was working. So there you go. So now we got our actual map. Here's a staircase. We can go up it. Go in this pipe. And here's our 3D skybox, as you can see. Again, in the near future, I'm going to show you how to. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm also going to teach you how to change the skybox so that you can have a different color. Because right now I don't like this color, so we're going to quit this. I don't know what's going on here. So someone was messaging me. I didn't actually see it, so if you guys could repeat your questions, that'd be great. So, again, I don't like this skybox. Like, and there's something wrong about it. I'm also going to try something else, which I haven't done before, which is where I'm going to select, by the way, multiple objects, you press Control. I'm going to shift all these up one block. I know there's another way of doing this where you create a mini-map, but right now I ain't too much in that type of mood. So wait, I'll create that mini-map. I just got a bit of OCD and I gotta fix this, because I don't really like those edges. I'm gonna try something else. Right, anyway, so here's the difficult part. We want to change the skybox texture. So what you got to do, it's pretty simple. You first want to go to this link, the Skylist link. This is important because it gives you all the skyboxes you can use. Now, there are a few things I need to know. If you want to use a skybox, make sure you actually have the game that it can actually work on. So, for instance, this is the basic source ones, and any game will be able to use this. Counter-Strike, if you have Counter-Strike, you can use this as well. Day of Defeat, Half-Life, of course, the original one, I believe. I don't know about these Sin episodes. Episode 1 from Half-Life, of course. Episode 2. Team Fortress 2. This is important if you want to make your Team Fortress 2 maps. Looks like people are making friends. Looks like Level is already affiliating himself. Left 4 Dead, if you have that as well. Left 4 Dead 2. Portal 2. Wouldn't recommend this, though. And, of course, CSGO. And Dark Messiah. Anyway, you get the whole picture. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can actually use. So, let's just go back up here. So, I want to change my skybox, and I want to find a really cool one. So, let's take this one. Sky Day 0306. So, I copy that, just in case. What I do is I go to Map Properties, and then we go to Skybox Texture Name. We delete this, paste this, press Enter, paste it, and now watch the magic happen. I'm going to switch back to Gary's mod, and you will see in a few seconds that this is all going to change. Hopefully. I hope. I mean, who knows? And hopefully my renditions have also changed too. But I doubt that. Nope, they worked, so that's good. So we got that wall, and we can see the invisible wall. We can see the textures have changed. Again, this is a bit ugly. I'm not gonna lie. We'll worry about. I don't know if I'm going to do lights now. Maybe I'll do lights now. But it's fully interactive. You could still change stuff. I think it's just the pipes actually. So lighting actually works. It already auto bakes, so it means it already knows shadows and stuff like that on the map, except for right now. But we can add NPCs and all kinds of stuff, and they'll do all kinds of things. They die, you could die. The only thing right now is when you run map, it doesn't load like all your custom HUDs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much promoting TFA here because TFA's love TFA's life. There's some walls here, but that's normal. So yeah, that's actually it. Basically, these are the basics of making an actual Garry's Mod Half-Life 2 map. And it's really simple. You can't really go wrong. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to see more of this, you obviously can. You could just tell me. I'll do another one maybe tomorrow. I'll upload this under an unlisted thing. I'll put it under the Twitch stream. And if you guys are interested, you're more than welcome to. Lights, I think we're going to do next, and other basic triggers, because I'll be working on someone else's map to actually make that actually finished, hopefully. So, by the way, one other thing I should mention. If you want to zoom around the map, press Z. And then you can use your normal arrow keys and go around. Just don't press Shift. It's just going to open your texture editor. And that's it. So, thank you so much for watching. If you like this stream, don't forget to follow it and stuff like that. Till then, I will see you soon, I guess, hopefully. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.